When we look at the sky at night, we see numerous bright stars haze, and among these stars, a red planet is seen. This red planet is Mars. Since ancient times, people have been observing Mars from Earth. Scientists have been trying to understand this surface from afar. They've also created numerous theories about this planet. But everything changed in the 21st century. Some countries decided that Mars cannot be seen only from a distance. They have to reach there. They have to send scientific instruments to observe the soil and atmosphere there. And they have to make sure whether it is possible to establish human settlements there. And from here, the seed of the Mars mission begins. For almost a few decades, the names of only two countries have always been heard in space missions: America and Russia. In the meantime, America has already sent people to the moon. Their robots have also started eroding the soil of Mars, and the whole world has believed that the space race is probably over here. But there was one country that did not show much interest in space in front of the world. They did not make any dramatic statements. They just quietly and secretly started preparing to enter this race. China's space program was very limited until 1980. They did not have any high-tech robot technology, and they did not have any deep experience in space. Because of this, the world did not take China seriously. At that time, China's satellites were limited only to Earth's orbit, so reaching Mars and the moon was just a dream for them. But the Chinese government realized one thing: if power is needed in the future, it will come from space, not from the ground. So on October 15, 2003, China launched its first human space mission, Zhongzhou 5. Yang Luo left space. He orbited the Earth about 14 times and landed safely on the ground. But this mission of China was not only an incredible success for them, rather they gave a clear message to the world: we can do it too. After this achievement, the China National Space Administration, or CNSA, did not sit idly by. They started a long-term plan. First, they would go to the moon, then to Mars. China knew that going directly to Mars was a very risky task, especially landing there. That is why they tested their technology on the moon first. In 2007, China launched the Chang'e 1 mission. The goal of this mission was to orbit the moon and map the moon, and this Chinese mission was highly successful. But China surprised the whole world in 2019 when they launched the Chang'e 4 mission. In this mission, China reached a remote site on the moon that can never be seen from Earth. Seeing this successful Chinese mission, the whole world understood that China is no longer behind. After the success of the lunar mission, China decided that their next destination would be Mars. But Mars is not an ordinary planet. Reaching here is the most difficult technical challenge. Because of this, almost half of the Mars missions have failed. The most challenging task of the Mars mission is to land here perfectly. In fact, the atmosphere of Mars is so thin that the parachutes cannot work properly during landing. So if the landing is not done very perfectly, then everything will be over. Crores of money will be wasted. The 7 minutes of the Mars landing are the most important time. It took America several decades to make a soft landing on Mars. Then they were able to achieve success. In 1976, NASA achieved the first success of soft landing to the Viking on mission, but Russia failed many times. On the other hand, China chose a smart method. In 2020, when the whole world was busy fighting the corona pandemic, China secretly played a great game. They quietly launched their first Mars mission, which is called Tianwen-1. The reason why this Chinese mission has surprised the whole world is that 3 tasks of this mission have been done together. Usually, countries take very careful steps to go to Mars. First, they send an orbiter, meaning a robotic spacecraft will be sent, whose job will be to circle around Mars and capture images from above. Then a few years later, they send a lander. That is, it is a robotic machine whose job will be to land on Mars and take pictures while standing in the same place and collect samples by moving its arms and legs. But it will not be able to move. Then the rover is sent. This is a robotic spacecraft that can move from one place to another because it has wheels. But China killed 3 birds with 1 stone. In a single launch, they sent the orbital, lander, and rover together on a Long March rocket. This mission of China was a huge engineering challenge. After traveling for about 10 months, China landed on Mars on May 14, 2021. That China lands in Mars Utopia Piscia Regia region. It is located in the northern hemisphere of Mars. In 2020, NASA's Mars rover also landed in this area. The place is named Jezero Crater. This landing was completely automatic. No human can see